we are forced to really sit back and not just look at the face value of the qualification the person has, but what skills, what capabilities have you gained in the course of pursuing whatever it is that you have pursued to actually drive value. But here at Old Mutual, we are really rethinking the way we do our learning and development so that people can grow in their careers. What we don't have a lot are people who are willing to step up and lead others in the transformation. Understand it, know it, bring it.
Hello everyone, my name is Leon Doughty. I work at Old Mutual at the ICT department.
Hello, my name is Zoe and we're joined today on Old Mutual's On the Money podcast by...
Hi, I'm Kirote and I take care of the people and culture here at Old Mutual East Africa.
Kirote, considering the changing workforce demographic, how does Old Mutual adapt its strategies for recruitment and retention to keep young people interested?
So for us, it's really been a journey. Honestly, I think the way we were recruiting before was very much focused on people who already have experience, who have worked a little bit, or have skills which are traditional to our market. But we've really had to adapt really, really quickly. And what we have done is, first and foremost, really thought about what an early careers program would look like for Old Mutual. So starting all the way from providing meaningful internships to people who would be looking to probably work in financial services in the future, or even just exploring, not necessarily they know where they want to go, but giving those internships where they can come in and see how we work, what we do, and what would be exciting for them here. Then also, as we have been going out engaging with university students in financial education, we also are meeting really great people who are set to graduate, not only from universities, but very many different types of learning institutions. And we are also looking into bringing them into our early careers program so that they can be mentored, that they can be groomed in order to add value. Then another thing is really just focusing on more meaningful learning and development. We all know that especially coming out of uni or college or even out of an apprenticeship, you're used to being sat down in a room and being taught by a lecturer. You make notes, you read in the library. But here at Old Mutual, we are really rethinking the way we do our learning and development so that people can grow in their careers. So through learning circles where people teach each other and learn from each other. So because peer learning is very important, where there are mentors, where there are coaches, people who have gone ahead a little bit in the area in which you are looking to excel, and then supporting you in that journey. And then as well as obviously more formalized training and development. Then finally, just really building a culture which supports any person from any generation, and particularly from the younger generations, to actually settle and thrive in the workplace. So just emphasizing a really positive work culture, a good vibe, collaboration, people working together to deliver, flexibility where people need it, whether in the way they work, how they work, or where they're working, and then benefits that make sense. Sometimes what makes sense to me as a I won't say which generation I'm from, but what makes sense for me may not necessarily make sense for you guys in terms of the benefits. And so that's really some of what we are doing in order to ensure that there is that opportunity for people not only to strive in the workplace, but to thrive here at Old Mutual.
Okay, just to build a bit on what you said, let's run it back a bit. So as someone who's very squarely in the Gen Z category, we really love purpose-driven work. How does Old Mutual tap into that mindset?
Yeah. And it is important that Gen Z thinks like that and operates like that, because I think the sustainability of our world is dependent on that mindset, And so for us, we are really embracing the mindset of Gen Z by focusing, I would say, on a couple of things. One is really the whole aspect of purpose, not just from a corporate perspective, but also from an individual perspective. So we have quite a number of programs within our workspace, really about people exploring what their individual purpose is and how it links to the purpose of the organization, and therefore how they can add value into the organization and the work we do for our clients and the communities we serve, that is truly purpose driven and not just buzzword type thing, you know. Then the second is really just thinking about sustainability in a holistic way that allows everyone, particularly the Gen Zs, to participate in work and in giving back in a way that is sustainable for the communities we serve. So we have lots of ways in which Gen Zs can give back from Old Mutual, all the way from sharing their own knowledge through financial awareness training. You are the guys who go out there talking to your fellow Gen Zs about financial wellness, participating in climate control, activities in the communities that we are serving, in giving to those communities, but then also in driving innovation that makes sense for our industry and the services and solutions we are crafting. So innovation and tech, just tapping into that from a purpose-driven perspective to say, I know this is what I would like, and therefore I have the skills, whether it is tech skills, digital skills, AI, ability to marshal AI tools to deliver on solutions that make sense for other Gen Zs, but also for all different people. So tapping into those skills, which come from a very deep place of understanding what value you want to bring in order to bring real solutions to our clients. So that's what we're doing, perhaps in brief. There's a lot more, but yeah.
Speaking of innovation and tech, the financial industry is also evolving. So what are some of the career paths that you think Gen Z professionals would be interested in if they're looking to make an impact?
Every other day, we get a lot of profiles, we get a lot of CVs of people coming out of uni, coming out of college and asking, with this that I have studied, what can I do for the financial services industry, and particularly what can I do for Old Mutual? And we are forced to really sit back and not just look at the face value of the qualification the person has, but what skills, what capabilities have you gained in the course of pursuing whatever it is that you have pursued in your education to actually drive value. So we are looking at not just the current, what we need as a business, but the future of the financial services industry and the future of Old Mutual, and seeing some of what will really is holding well now, but also will hold for the future. Data engineering and data management, those are huge, because your data is king right now in terms of enabling you to solution or to innovate in a way that makes sense. Fintech development and solution architecture, those are really big, because right now the way our products, our services, our solutions are going are ecosystem based. You know, it's all about collaborations, it's all about partnerships, and how do you link this? So the ability to work in that ecosystem for solution architecture is really important. Crypto and digital assets, we will need analysts, advisors. We will still need into the future advisors and analysts for new types of currency, you know, so that's really important. Digital transformation analysts, but even more so, leaders in digital transformation. What we don't have a lot are people who are willing to step up and lead others in the transformation, to manage change, both for those who are innovating the solutions, but also manage change for those who will be consuming those solutions. So just leading in this area. Behavioral scientists, people who can really think through the mind and how the mind of a consumer works. So behavioral scientists, psychologists, those are really good skills for financial services. I know it sounds left field, but it's really important because it's linked to how we solve for the problems that we are seeing in financial services. Learning specialists. What I was reading some reports from Gartner and from the World Economic Forum, and it talked about a lot of skills for the future, but the meta skill, which will remain for the next decade or more, is learning. That is the meta skill. And so learning specialists will always be great for our business, even as we go forward. So there's a lot more, but it's really just about not only the technical qualification you get, but the experiences and the capabilities and the skills and the leadership that you bring to it.
Definitely, yeah. Let's shift into mental health, specifically on a work-life balance. Would you say Old Mutual has any programs? And if so, kindly tell us which ones, any programs that tell us, what do you tell a generation that doesn't know about burnout yet? What programs are there for mental health and a work-life balance?
So, Leon, are you sure you don't know about burnout? It's like when I see you all in campus coming from college with your hair standing like this and you're just going crazy. You say, I'm trying to read, but I can't. It's a taste. But for real, when I talked about just the whole aspect of people who can support in solutioning for the future of our business, what we have discovered as Old Mutual is that I think wellness is what people really require, So we could be in financial services and focus on financial wellness, but mental wellness is critical to physical wellness. It's critical to financial and holistic wellness, And so it's a big thing for us. And even in the workplace, we're really looking at it from the perspective that if you're not mentally healthy, or we haven't created a work environment that supports mental health, then we are actually, it's akin to bringing in, being given a gift, nicely wrapped with a big bow, and then you just put it on the side and say, I'll come open it later. We are not able to tap into what that gift brings. So when somebody is not mentally well, they're not able to bring whatever the value that they have come into the organization with. So a few things that we are doing here. Employee wellness is a big thing for us. And we actually have an app, Old Mutual Thrive app, which we have developed, and we are using that app in the organization. One, to promote mental, physical, and financial wellness, but also to create a community around it, because it's so hard to say that I will come and ask you, Leon, are you well today? What will you tell me? Yeah, I'm fine, But when you're in a community and you're getting tips on how to manage your wellness on a day-to-day basis, you're getting personalized messages that deal with where you are at today, then it is so much easier to see a way forward or a way out of the situation that you are in. So the Thrive app helps you to improve your Thrive score on a daily basis based on how you're feeling mentally, how you're feeling physically, and how your financial wellness is. The second thing is also having then a support system that plugs into that. So we have an employee assistance program which provides real-time 24/7 support for employees. If you just feel that you're not doing okay, you just pick up the phone, somebody will answer, and someone will support you. So there's individual and group support with the EAP. Then on top of that, it's really just how we are supporting leaders to lead in the area of mental health and mental wellness, because many of the leaders, you can imagine, are not Gen Z, so they do not understand at all. They're just like, this thing, aren't we playing it up? But the real thing is we can see the data, because we collect a lot of data around employees and seeing how they're working and seeing those who are at risk of burnout, and what does that intervention look like without the leader. It's just really difficult. So we have to bring the leaders together for them to understand how to manage employees in an environment that is very high stress and high outcome based. So really working with the leaders around that. But finally, we have looked at our benefits offering, Leon. It's really important that our benefits offering actually supports people to be mentally well, whether it is from flexible working, whether it is from the medical benefits that you get and the support that you can get for different coping issues that may come up, and really just maintaining the confidentiality around it so that it gives everybody the opportunity to then be well again, and we can open that gift and get the full value of who you are in our organization. Yeah, so there's a lot to do still, but I think we are making a good start. For any person joining the workforce, and especially for young people joining the workforce, remember your uniqueness, the whole of you is what is of value. So everything that you are, your skills, your experiences, your knowledge, your passion and your purpose needs to come together for you to be productive. So a well-balanced approach to the workplace, to marketplace assignments that you get, as well as to your whole life is critical. Understand it, know it, bring it.